All right, welcome to this first section where we are briefly going to introduce the different tools and equipment that are needed for a daily day-to-day activity of the standard gas plant operation. And most importantly, we're also going to introduce a brief features of the LPG tank, each of those junction, what they signifies, all those connections to your pipe, the different sections of it, so that you get the overview of their names and their functions and to familiarize yourself with them. So let's see as we continue together. So on each of those tools, of course, some of them can come on a different design. Yeah, some can be locally constructed and some can be foreign made. Okay, so anyone you see that you are not too clear, of course the room for question and answers are there. So let's see as we continue in the introduction to the tools and the different features of the LPG tank. God bless you as we journey together. Happy learning. Okay, the first tool, as you see here, we call it the util filler head, and it's a tool that is used to refill this kind of filler head, the util valve. This valve, when you see this kind of valve, that filler head is used to refill it. And we got to talk about the needle. This is what we call the needle filler head. When you see valves like this, of course, the smaller mouth, that means we call it the needle filler head. It can fill that valve you see there. So, and the next one is the cord filler head. This cord filler head can fill this. The cord filler is a bit bigger. The mouth is a bit bigger than the util. So that is, but it's rare. It's rare actually. Then this, we call it the camp filler head to refill all these kind of cylinders. These are 2, 3 kg, 6 kg. This filler head, of course, can use to fill it. Then this is what we call the standard filler head. Also, one can call it the eagle filler head, 12.5. With this kind of valve, they can cover for that. This is locally constructed. The others include the shifting spanner and, of course, the screwdriver. This is the thread tape. You need the thread tape. Then you need also a scale. The scale can also cover it. And of course, this scale, 300 kg, as far as the standard gas plant is concerned, 300 kg capacity is okay. We have the shifting spanner also, and the 24 spanner. This 24 spanner is majorly used, while offloading. Are you getting it? Most of the nut and the bolt that are used on this spanner, they are the ones required. You need 2 of these, of course, when you are when you want to offload gas, of course. So we call it, is majorly on 24 spanner, as you can see on the picture. That is what you can use to lose that. Then we have the vice. This vice can be used to lose camp valve. Yeah, all those 6 kg, this kind of cylinders, you can use that vice to lose it. So we call it the camp vice. You can easily, then this is for standard vice. The standard cylinders, all these 12.5, you can use this with this kind of valve to lose it. All right, let's quickly go to introduce the different features of the LPG tank. As you can see, this is about 40 metric ton of tank with all the features there. So I want to make sure you get familiarized with all the names of each of those things that are there. So we are going to start from the top of the tank, okay? Let's go to the top of the tank and see what is up there and their names and their functions. So let's just try to go up. Of course, this is just a step for it. This is just constructed for going up to the tank. This is like a staircase, okay? A stairs to the top of the tank. So now let's go to the top and see what are the things contained in there. Of course, what you see there is like the shower. Yeah, this is just like what will be splashing water on the tank in case it is hot. Then, of course, the one that is painted orange there, we call it the vapor line. Yeah, it is open. This is the vapor line that is painted orange. Of course, it helps to increase the pressure of the gas when moving. Then this, of course, this white one you're seeing longer, we call it the air relief valve or the safety relief. This long one you're seeing, it helps to regulate in case of high pressure, the gas, the pressure of the gas will be released from that place. It's for safety actually. So these are just the major features of what is up there. The safety relief, this one is white. Then the vapor line. So that is it about the top. Of course, let's see your own gas plant to see what is at the top. Let's compare it in case maybe other features have been added. So now let's go down to the bottom and see what these two signifies. Of course, these are two different outlet there. This that you see me touch, we call it the return line, or some call it the bypass. That is the channel the gas will pass through back from the pump room to the, the tank. Then this is the supply line, the one you see me touch. So these are the major feature as far as the connection here. As you can see, I'm pointing it is open. Yeah, they are both open. That is just a sign of open. Yeah. So, and to actually identify the vapor, the supply, you see that the tank, the pipe is always fatter. It's always fatter than the return. So that is how to identify the liquid line. Now let's go to these other features. Of course, this is like the extension of the return or the bypass. Are you getting it? So this is where if you want to give gas out to any bobtail, we use this place you see me touching. That is the one we use. Then the white one here is the liquid line. If you want to collect gas from a truck, yes, that white one you see at the center. Then of course this last one is the vapor line. It's connected, if you can trace it, it's connected down, it's connected to the top of the tank. That is the vapor line. And of course it's been connected so that the pressure can be equalized between the truck and that of the tank. So these are just the two features of these three outlets, the three different function of each of them. Okay, that is that. Of course, these are the hoses that are attached. The hose is always attached to the liquid line and the vapor line. Yeah, those hoses, so that when truck come, we can easily connect it. So now let's go down to talk about each of what is there. Of course, it's normal ball valve. Each of them that you see me touching, they are just normal ball valve for opening and closing. You understand? Then now let's come to this. This is what we call the non-return valve. Yeah, any gas passing, or the glass valve. You can call it the glass valve. You understand? The one you just see. So of course that glass valve, when gas is passing, you should know. Then here is called the safety relief of the liquid line. As you can see, this ball valve is connected to the liquid line. So the thing on the top there is called the safety relief of the liquid line. Then this is called the safety relief of the vapor of the return. So that is that. All these others are just empty lines going. So let's go and check what is up in there. Now this is the normal ball valve also for locking and closing in case of any emergency. Then this we call the strainer. This strainer helps to filter any dirt that is coming from the tank. There is a mesh inside that particular place. There is a mesh inside. So that is what we call the strainer. Okay. Now let's go into the pump room and see other things that are also contained there. You understand? As you can see, pipe connected into the pump room. Now let's go into the pump room. Of course, the next thing you see there is a normal ball valve also for opening and closing. So that is that. Then let's continue on the movement. We have two pumps here. I don't know how many pumps you have in yours. Are you getting it? But it's just ball valve, nesting, and other connections like that. Now, this, of course, is the normal pump, and that is the motor. So this is what pumps the gas to go up. So it goes up if to pass through. Then this is what we... Okay, this is just a ball valve, the one you see me touching here, that will help in venting, the tank in case of anything, so that it will face outside. Then this is the non-return valve. Yes, that is the non-return valve. Then this junction, this is where we connect, we regulate the pressure that is going to the platform. You understand? So as you can see, that is the line that will connect to the platform. Then of course you see blue line there, that is the return. So where gas is going back to the tank. Of course, when we come to understanding the piping system, you will understand how it works. Okay, so that junction of that ball valve is where we regulate the pressure. Okay, so get to understand that, where you can regulate your pressure in case of anything. Then let's come to this. Just have like a spare in case of maybe this place is locked or there's an issue. This serve like a spare. The one you see on top there is the safety relief of that particular spare. It's still a safety relief. So now this one you see I'm pointing that is red, this is connected to the dispenser. Yes, it goes up to the dispenser. Okay, so that is a major supply of, or the return rather. That is where the gas is coming back to the tank, to that of the dispenser. So when you come outside, you see these are two different pipe. This is what I'm talking about, the return line of the dispenser. So when I go to the platform, you understand. So let's go. Of course, any other thing you see might be a safety relief. You see same safety relief valve of that line. You understand? So we are still going up. It's still empty pipe. Let's still go to the platform and see how far. Let's see what is up on the platform. You understand? So just journey with me. Trust me, you are going to understand everything. If we do video call with your own plant, and trust me, the most important is understanding what is happening and how to control the system. So now we are going to go on top the platform so that we'll see what happens. So this is a platform. Of course, here all this junction is just in case of any emergency. You can lock anywhere and things can just stop. Okay, so this is our line. We can sell from this hose directly using scale, or you understand. Here you can see you can connect any filler head there to sell. You understand, and we can also refill it manually. You get. So now let's take a look at from that our pipe, or from that hose, and now look at underneath there. That is where the return line is. You understand? Then this is the supply of the dispenser. It's attached to this pipe you see here. So this is what is connected, that will supply gas to the dispenser, the one you see me holding. Then the one underneath, you understand, the one underneath there that you see a yellow, that you see a pipe down, this is a return line of the dispenser. So this is majorly the major features of the whole system, you understand, of each of those junctions. So please watch this video over and over again, and trust me, it's going to be an amazing journey for us, and you are going to understand it. Okay, God bless you, and see you in the next session. God bless you very good.